Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and whatever else. And guys, don't forget to hit the bell notification, man. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. I upload randomly, so I definitely don't want you to miss out. So hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Now, guys, the Carolina Panthers lost on Sunday. We lost to Atlanta Falcons. We lost to a rival team. And this got me kind of pissed off. Actually, not kind of pissed off. Very pissed off. So, this video is going to be kind of long because I have a lot to talk about. But also, you know, I'm pretty pissed off. So, I'm going to do a lot of constructive criticism, if you want to say that. You know, there's some things that I liked, but some things I definitely didn't like. You know, one, you know, a certain player that, you know, we spent a high draft pick on didn't get into the game, and once he did get in the game, he made a huge impact, so I don't understand why that didn't happen. A player that I said we shouldn't have signed in the first place got signed, and obviously he's going through his little situation, so I got to talk about that. And just in general, you know, the lack of effort from certain players on the team. So there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into. You know, so we definitely got a lot to talk about, man. I'm pretty aggravated and you know, annoyed because obviously I'm a Panthers fan. I love my Panthers, but when I see you know, something that's not Panthers, like it bothers me. So a lot to get into, man. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to get into is Damontae Kazee. Now the Carolina Panthers had a brawl on Sunday, and it was because of this Damontae Kazee guy. Damontae Kazee is the backup safety behind their Pro Bowl safety, Keanu O'Neal, who got an ACL injury and was out for the season, right? So this guy comes in, and I guess he wants to make a statement. I guess he's feeling all emboldened and stuff because now he's starting because, you know, Keanu O'Neal's gone. So Cam Newton was scrambling like he usually does, and Cam Newton does something that he doesn't usually do, which is slide. Cam Newton is not a slider. Everybody knows that. He slides every once in a while. He's trying to get better at it, but for the most part, he's not a slider, man. He goes head first, whatever. He dives a lot of times. He runs through people. He runs people over. That's his thing. But this time he decided, let's play it safe. We got the first down. Let me slide. So Cam Newton goes into a slide. His knee already hits the ground. He's basically in a sliding motion. And this Damontae Kazee guy dives at Cam and collides with his head, you know, with his helmet. Now, mind you, the guy, you know, obviously gets attacked by Torrey because he protected Cam. You know, 2 penalties were assessed for both teams. And this Kazee guy gets ejected. But he's not going to get suspended. Now, what bothers me about this hit is, one, it was uncalled for. I mean, obviously, this is football. It's a very dangerous game. If you're a runner, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely on the defensive side of things most times because defenses are getting kind of legislated out of the game in the sense that you, as a defensive player, you can't do nothing. You can't hit the quarterback in the head. You can't hit him in the legs. You can't hit. You got to hit him squarely in the chest when he's in the pocket region. You can't, you know, like you can't touch the receiver. You can't come near the receiver. You can't breathe on the receiver. You can't do, you know, what I'm saying, this helmet rule. I wasn't for that either. You know, there's a lot of things I wasn't for. But this play was just straight blatant. It was a blatant attack on Cam Newton. I mean, you can't tell me you didn't see the man starting to slide. And I understand you want to embolden your team. You want to instill a certain mindset, you know, that we're not going to take no stuff. We're gonna come here, we're going to play football, we're going to play hard, and we're going to win. And maybe you can say because the Falcons won, he did instill that mindset. But for him not to get suspended, even though Cam Newton slid, and this guy dived towards his head with his helmet, it's crazy to me. This Damontae Kazee guy, whatever, is utter trash. You know what I'm saying? He's utter trash to me because the sheer fact of the matter is, man, like I said, I'm for the defense on a lot of situations because the defense is getting legislated out of the game. But this is uncalled for. I'm glad, you know, I'm glad he got ejected. I'm pissed off he didn't get suspended. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not gonna lie, man. And obviously the brawl situation, you don't want brawls because obviously it's just hurting ourselves. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, and Cam was able to come back in the game. But the sheer fact that, you know, I would have had to hurt Cub, man. I would have had to, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad Torrey attacked him, whatever. I'm happy about that because you deserved it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was uncalled for, but I think he should have been suspended. I mean, they suspend people for way less. I think he should have been suspended, man. You know, I think he should have been suspended. I think what he did was wrong. Now, mind you, obviously, like I said, usually I'm on the defensive side. But in this case scenario, the guy could have pulled up. I know people who play football. I know people who play for colleges. I know people who play football. You could have pulled up. You was diving. First of all, there's no reason to even dive because you've seen Cam going into a slide. Once his body starts leaning backwards, he's going into a slide. There's no way he could push himself back up. So you knew this, but you still did it. That was blatant. That was intent. Now, mind you, what the NFL rules is what, you know, their choice. But for me, that was a complete no-go. And as far as the brawl goes, I ain't mad at it, man. Torrey Smith, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad at you if you like, man, let's take this outside or something. Because this guy, that was completely uncalled for. Now, the other thing I want to get into is DJ Moore. Now, check this out. Check this out. My thing is this, right? Cam Newton played great. He played great. He threw for like 300 and some yards. I think his completion percentage was like 71%. He was balling out. The one pick he even threw was a pass to C.J. Anderson where it hit us in the face, pops up, and then Ricardo Allen picks it off. Which pissed me off because I see it on the sideline, Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey were talking, and Christian McCaffrey said, I said I was good to go, they didn't put me in the game. Which makes no sense to me. Like, it makes no sense to me. What I don't understand is, you leave C.J. Anderson out there for a pass play, but when you're running the ball, you don't put him in. Even though he had 3 rushes for 31 yards. But when Christian McCaffrey's in for a run play, you leave him in, even though he was averaging like 3.7 yards a carry. Makes no sense to me. You know, and he was catching everything. The only pass he had 14 receptions. The only reception he didn't get out of 15 targets was one ball that Cam Newton threw out of bounds because Cam Newton was getting pressured. Now, mind you, like I said, Cam Newton was playing great. I was expecting the line to be an issue, but you know, it was definitely an issue. It wasn't like it was great, but it held up more, better than I expected it would. I thought Cam was gonna be, you know, had like 8 or 9 sack game like against Eagles a few years ago, but that wasn't the case. But the thing that pissed me off is this, man. DJ Moore had 12 snaps against Dallas, 12 snaps against Atlanta. And my man Matthew Bean in the comment section, shout out to Matthew, man. Obviously, I replied back to his comment because I felt the same way. Literally before he commented, I was saying the exact same thing. Why did we get a first-round pick in DJ Moore and not put him in the game? Now, the Panthers have done this for a while. They've done this to Vernon Butler. They did it to Shaq Thompson. You know, they did it. They always draft a person in the first round and put him in a reserve role, which makes no sense to me. First of all, because Calvin Ridley was gashing us. Calvin Ridley was killing us. That's the Atlanta Falcons' first-round pick that they drafted right after the Panthers drafted DJ Moore. Gashing us. Putting him in the game, letting him produce, playing. Carolina Panthers, DJ Moore, you're going to do kick return, punt return. Why? Why? What's the point of drafting a receiver and not using him? Now, mind you, yes, Torrey Smith caught a touchdown pass. But to be honest with you, I don't think Torrey Smith has not been good all the last 2 games. He really has been non-existent for the most part. I mean, the only, like I said, he had a touchdown pass and like a few catches. But for me, he's not really doing his thing like that. He's not being a vertical threat like he was. I don't think he got any deep passes yet. You know, it's not like we got Ted Ginn and revitalized our passing game. It's not that situation. So, I would, and then obviously we're paying him $5 million. I mean, I wouldn't mind, like, you know what I'm saying, we probably should have cut him and let DJ Moore start. But here's the thing, right? Now Ron Rivera is saying, oh, he wants to get DJ Moore more touches, and it makes more sense to put more in. You know why? Because the first NFL reception that DJ Moore ever got, he took it for a touchdown, for 51 yards. Why do we do this to our team? We draft first rounders and do not play them. That makes no sense to me. The reason why you get a first rounder is supposed to be a plug and play player. They're supposed to be draft them, put them in the game. And when I was saying DJ Moore is going to have an Odell Beckham-like impact on our team just because how you're going to revitalize our passing game, I thought he was actually going to play. But obviously I was wrong. What's crazy is Christian McCaffrey, once he got drafted, he got put in. But DJ Moore gets drafted, he has to ride the bench. His first NFL reception, he takes it to the house, man. That we are wasting his talent. And then we'll see now if the coaching staff realizes how good this player is and actually be smart and say, hey, let's put him in more. Because to be honest with you, I would rather him be in than Torrey Smith. DJ Moore and And obviously he showed that he's moving too, because he broke a tackle. Obviously they said once he gets the ball in hand, he turns into a running back. He broke a tackle, and he outran like a safety in a corner, man, to the end zone. Come on, man. This is making no sense. Put DJ Moore in the game. And I've said this before, put DJ Moore in the game. All right? Our offense was stagnant. I mean, we didn't like Cam Newton played great, but he didn't really throw the tight ends because Greg Olsen wasn't there, which hurt us. You know, the receivers weren't like, I mean, they was doing a little bit of something, but they weren't, you know, blowing them away like, you know, the Atlanta Falcons receivers. And mind you, what's crazy is this. Atlanta was spreading the ball like crazy. And I didn't expect that, because I expected them to go to Julio. But man, put DJ Moore in the game. That is my message right now. Put DJ Moore in the game. Let him play. Let him produce, man. Because he was a first round pick. And Steve Smith said he's a spirit animal. And he showed you his talent level on the first play of his first catch of his whole NFL career. So please, Panther coaches, smarten up, wisen up, and be like, hey, let's put this kid in the game because he can do something for us. And what was I saying in the beginning of the season when we signed Denoris Cersei? I was the first one to say I don't like the pickup. I don't like the pickup of Ross Cockrell or Denoris Cersei. And the reason why I said that was because I was like, Ross Cockrell is not that great of a player, and neither is Denoris Cersei. Denoris Cersei lost his starting job to Kevin Byard or whatever, and Ross Cockrell, I think he had a good season on a Giants defense because they were getting attacked like crazy, and the Giants had no offense to save their life. And what happened this year? Ross Cockrell gets injured. Now, obviously, injury is part of the game. It's not his fault. But still, Ross Cockrell gets injured. And Denoris Cersei has been out. He came in Dallas, knocked out because of concussion. Came in and, you know, this is, well, I'm sorry, not against Dallas, but he got knocked out twice due to concussion this season. The man looks like he's concussion prone, man. Like, he got knocked out again in Atlanta. This man is concussion prone. This is what I was saying. I said, we should pick up Eric Reed. We should pick up Kenny Vaccaro. We should pick up all these players, Tyrann Mathieu, all these guys that were out here. And you know what we did? We put up Denoris Cersei and Ross Cockrell. And both those players are not contributing. One's out for the season, and the other one looks like he's going to have concussion issues the whole season. This is what I be talking about, man. The Panthers make ill-advised decisions sometimes. These are the free agents that Marty Hurney brought into the team. He brought them in. He said, "Oh, these are the guys they wanted." And guess what? They have not panned out. They haven't panned out. That's the sad. That's what I'm talking about, man. We gotta be smarter. Like, you know, some people bash the Bengals or bash some teams for picking up Joe Mixon, or the Dolphins getting Laremy Tunsil, or the Cowboys getting Lando Collins, and all their little issues or whatever, or you know, Kansas City getting their players with issues, all that stuff. Browns getting Antonio Callaway with his issues, all that. Browns getting Josh Gordon. But these players, as long as they can play on the field, why don't you get them? Now, mind you, I understand character and you know, how the locker room works and how everything. I understand. You don't want to bring somebody toxic into the locker room. But Eric Reed is not toxic. Kenny Vaccaro was not toxic. They weren't considered bad teammates or bad, you know, bad guys doing illegal hits. They're not Vontaze Burfict out here. These guys, Eric Reed just had an opinion. You know, he stood by it, whatever, but he's still a good player. Kenny Vaccaro didn't do anything. And obviously he got picked up by I think the Titans after their safety got injured. And now look at him. He's playing. The Panthers made the wrong choice in selecting or signing Denoris Cersei. We made the wrong choice. He was not the player we needed. And it's hurting us right now. It is nipping us in the butt. Colin Jones is getting in way more than he needs to. And now they're saying they put in more Rashad Golden after Denoris Cersei's injury. Because they know Colin Jones is not the answer. And even when they had, you know, an opportunity to get Eric Reed's brother, they didn't get him. When they had an opportunity to get Ronnie Harrison from Alabama, they didn't get him. And now look at this. We're safety bereft. We got a 37-year-old guy and a 30-year-old guy who gets concussions all the time. That's what we're working with. And that's why the Falcons threw all over us, man. That's why we had Austin Hooper having wide open passing lanes and catching and getting 20, 30-yard conversions. We need better safety play, and I've been saying that all offseason. And the worst part, the absolute worst part, was this uninspired defense that we were playing. This was one of the worst defensive games we had. Like, I expected our offense to struggle because we had so many injuries. On the O-line, as a tight end, you know, on the tight end position, the receiving position, we have so many injuries. I expect them to not play up to their standard. And even them put up 24 points, I think is pretty good compared to what they're dealing with. But our defense, allowing a 100-yard rusher, as we held Zeke Elliott to 69 yards. Our defense getting ran all over. Our defense allowing Ito Smith to go back 2 yards and get 10 yards from that. Come on, man. I've seen plays where Ito Smith got tackled, he rolled, you know, or got bumped by a defender, rolled, and got like 3-4 more yards. What are we doing, man? Like, we are known to be a good tackling team. We tackle, we wrap up, we get them on the ground. This was the most uninspired defense. I don't know if it was resting on our laurels. I don't know if these guys were like feeling themselves. Hey, yeah, we kept Dallas at 8 points. But this game, you stunk it up. You absolutely stunk it up. And it pissed me off. Because I thought I could count. Like I said, our offense will be fine. The only thing, you know what I'm saying, our defense, you know what I'm saying, is what we can hold our hat on. I said, even before I said this is going to be a defensive game, I thought we were going to win 24-17 because we're going to hold them to 17 points. And what happened? They dropped 31 on us. They were 4-0 in the red zone. They played like, we let Matt Ryan rush for 2 touchdowns on us. 2 rushing touchdowns for Matt Ryan. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. So, obviously, I'm pissed off about it. Ron Rivera's pissed off about it. And hopefully, this is a reality check for this team that, you know, has a lot of potential, man. But their defense is resting on their laurels, man. I hope this is a slap in the face to all of them. I hope they take this as a personal indictment on themselves and look themselves in the mirror and be like, listen, this is not what we want to be. Because this could be a very good defense. Damontae Jackson looked pretty good. Now, mind you, he had a lot of touchdowns. Yes. You know, yeah, he got beat, you know what I'm saying, Tevin Coleman juked him out of his shoes and you know, took off. That was his like 36-yard game, whatever. But Damontae Jackson on that play ran up, stripped the ball from him, whatever, and he fumbled. The ball just went out of bounds. And also, he had a pick. Damontae Jackson is nowhere near a finished product. He's not, you know, he's not super refined. And James Bradbury played good too. I said, you know what I'm saying, yesterday, that if we hold Julio Jones to 60, 70, 80 points, we can win this game. And guess what? We had Julio Jones to 64 yards. And we lost. Because I expect the rest of my defense to get gashed like that. This is a slap in the face. This is a wake-up call. We could have been 2-0 in the division, man. And we let it slip out of our hands. Now we're 1-1 and Tampa Bay's leading the division. So Panthers, players, wake up, man, and keep pounding. This is a bad game. This is a hard game. You took your licks. Now you wake up. You realize ain't no messing around no more, and you come out hard. The Bengals is a hard team, and we got to play them well. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with y'all things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Let me know what upset you the most about this game, man. Was it the late hit? Was it how our defense played? Let me know. Was it because, you know, DJ Moore didn't get in the game? Let me know, man. Because this is how I feel, man. I'm pissed off. I'm super pissed. The thing I'm pissed off about the most is definitely our defense. Because I expect better from them, man. Check out the LCameraTV apparel, shirts, hats, mugs, all types of cool things. That link is in the description below. Support the channel, support me. You already know what it is. Check out the Patreon page. That link is also in the description below. You already know what it is. Exclusive content, blooper reel, all kinds of cool stuff. Check that out. Check out my dog Renan Esteme's page. His page is at the very end of my page, the end screen. Check him out, dude. Funny dude, talented dude. I think you guys really like him. Check him out, man. Share to all the Panther family, friends, anybody Panther related, anybody Atlanta Falcons related. And I want to get this dialogue started, man, because you know, I'm pissed. I might even do a live chat about this, man. Be on the lookout for a live chat. I might do a, you know, quick one, whatever, so we can talk about this, man, because I want to see what y'all thinking. Now, mind you, I know some people are going to be in my comment section saying I'm overreacting and all this of that, whatever. I'm not, because I know we're in the beginning of the season. It is what it is. But it's the way that they play. It's not about us losing, because obviously it's a divisional game. It's a hard-fought game. But it's the way you play the game. It's the way the defense was allowing these guys to break like 3 or 4 tackles every time. We just held Ezekiel Elliott to 69 yards. Come on, man. And you can say Cowboys have a better line than the Atlanta Falcons. So we gotta do better than that, man. So thank y'all for all the support, man. Thank y'all for everything y'all do, man. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.